I also started a nightclub and a drug lab in the church. The killer, Leonovich Dross, I think his name's Yosef first. We have a strong motive for him. You have to believe me, there was a giant phasmid on the island. There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found. I looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area. Maybe a small thing, but I found a man's jacket. I confiscated drugs from Cuno's dad. What do you say? Want to take this hot shit back? Points you say. We have a strong motive for the killer.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man would be Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolutions failed, but not before making it to Revachol.
He thinks this detail bolsters your straggler theory.
It is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Okay, Trant. Thank you. I get it. Harry, no more giant insects. You said you have a motive?
Yep.
This narrow-minded pig. I can't fucking...
Get the kid in line. You could use his help here.
Cuno, keep your head in the game. He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy. He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the Union. He killed him in an act of rage induced by the phasmid semiochemicals. Actually, I'm not sure if I have a motive. I had another thing. He killed the mercenary in an act of jealousy.
Jealousy? He's what, 80, 90? Didn't you say he's been in hiding since the revolution?
You can still be jealous.
Yeah, suit. Check this shit out. The Merc was banging some chick he wanted to bang, so we shot him. Chick's called Klasia.
Klasia, as in the suspect he let escape from Kitsuragi's report.
Fucking snitch beano clad. Yeah, that chick. Get over it, pig. She didn't do it. It was Grandpa on the island. Merc was fucking her, and he couldn't hack it. Cuno can hack it.
He also had political reasons.
Yeah, politics shit. My pig also connected, like, the weapon to him.
He looks to you.
Slam the weapon, man. The murder weapon.
He's a trained sniper. The weapon he used, the ballistics match.
Okay, and he'll confess to the prosecution too?
The state is in now, I don't know, but we got a confession. He confessed to us. I think once he's resuscitated, yes. We got him talking once, he'll talk again. I don't know. Maybe. The prosecution? No, he's not gonna do that.
A detective and a civilian. Jean, and the gun. He has it.
Okay, we'll see about it when we get Coast Guard on the island.
This left a mark. They can't deny it, son. You got the bastard. This is good. They can't deny it.
There was also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How did you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10, a commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it. The curse turned out to be possibly entreprenetical, part of my large investigation into Martinez itself. Nothing is not important. It's where all the businesses go bankrupt.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
Well, I did it anyway.
This pig helps people, okay? He's a fucking handy helper. He does that shit. He finds insects and solves side shit. It's his style. Side style.
Jean, it is his style.
It may be a small thing, but I found a man's jacket.
You're right. It is a small thing. Does anyone care about a jacket? No one?
Depends on the jacket, doesn't it?
Silence. The wind blows.
See? No one cares.
I confiscated drugs from Cuno's dad.
Yeah, you really fucked the Cuno on that. But that's old shit. Cuno's now. Pig's just being a good pig. That's cool to Cuno.
Great. Thanks. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. Fuck it. It's alright. I'm in, honestly. Anything but the drink.
Really? Drugs are better than alcohol? Alright, last thing. You have to believe me, there was a giant phasmid on the island.
No, I don't have to believe you made a zoological discovery. That is not a must. And even if you did, you're a cop. Who cares?
You know, Harry, if I may interrupt again, It would help if you had evidence. Any proof and I'd play ball here. The PR potential would be quite something for the RCM.
Suit, we have a shitload of proof. Spin it on them, pig.
They're not going to consider more than one piece of evidence. Choose wisely. Put the best proof forth, as solid as you've got.
It had gathered items in its nest, a helmet, a scope, and a passport. I know things about it. I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis. It emits a chemical that makes it look more like the reeds. It was completely white on the inside, but brown and beige on the outside, like reeds. Okay, the best proof I've got are things, because they don't care about me knowing more about it. Like, this is cryptozoology, this is cryptozoology, this is actual detective. I can point to all the items here. So, the helmet, the scope, the passport.
Some kind of, what were they called? A bower? Yes. Things collected for a mating display. This would indicate a male, but I don't know of insects displaying bowery behavior.
Shit was there. Display the shit, pig. The shit. It's the proof.
This was there, show him the helmet. It had taken this from the killer, show him the scope. This is especially strange, show him the passport. I think it show the scope.
It's a scope. From a gun. Nothing about this even remotely proves the existence of a giant insect. Here's my theory, Harry.
Well, in that case, none of the things I would have presented would prove that.
You experience a delirium hallucination. It's typical of cognitive damage from years of chronic alcoholism. You started seeing shit in the Ritz and convinced this poor kid of it too.
Poor kid. Fuck you. Cuno's loaded. Can't believe you're not believing me.
The boy clenches his bony fist so hard the knuckles turn white.
Maybe it's true.
I did have a conversation with a corpse. Maybe I got too deep with what the cryptozoologists were telling me. The damage alcohol has done to my mind is extensive. No, I know what I saw. It was real. Real.
Bugs everywhere. Plants turning into bugs. It's a typical hallucination. Every drunk past the age of 40 has seen it.
You're right about that.
Fucking Cuno doesn't have a photo camera because Cuno is fucking poor. Okay? That sucks about the Cuno. So Cuno didn't take a fucking photo. And Cuno didn't paint a fucking picture. But it's in my head. In here. Cuno's eyes took the picture. It's right fucking here. I can't believe you're not getting this.
He grinds his teeth.
Cuno, please. If it's on the island, then it will be seen again. Calm down.
Whoa.
It will never be seen again. It wasn't seen for 100 years. Fuck Cuno and let's all pretend there was no miracle. We don't need a giant insect. Everything is so good without it in this fuckhole.
He looks around.
The sheer willpower in him must be making some dent in their incredulity. Some part of them must be thinking, if he is that certain, and they are not. Come on.
Fuck it. I believe him.
He looks at Vikmar and shrugs.
I knew it. The bitch sees it. Bitches are fucking smart. But you dicks are dumb as fuck. It's real. I told you.
Yeah, calling people bitches and dicks is not helping them to your cause.
Move on. Don't gloat.
Alright, we don't need to tell them about the drug lab. What do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
No. Sure, you get the case together. You can do police work. In bells. That's not a surprise to me. Even the insect. I don't care. But you're an alcoholic. And you've been drinking. Again. I won't let my life unravel because of this.
He has. That's true.
It's tough. One of the toughest addictions to overcome. Comparable only to heavy synthetic opiates. Even morphine is easier to kick than alcohol, statistically. The odds are against him, especially at this age.
Well, I wonder if this conversation is different if you never use any alcohol ever.
He's too old. He's been like this for too long. I've seen him try many times. It's a farce by now.
They're leaving. They're all turning away from you. If you declare yourself a doomed man does not need comfort from anything. He can go on without drink or help, like a clockwork. For the planetary proletariat. Think you can detect in Jamrock, Boogie Street, Kuron, Leroyam, Underground. Coal City, on the 881. It will all be yours to sift through when the last snow has melted. The houses, the streets, the motorways singing. Hold on. This is a fight we can win.
My life is forfeit. All I'm good for is this work. I will quit. I need to be the greatest, Jean. I was born for this. I will stop to be better. I know it's difficult to believe, but I'll do it for the white banner of the commune. I'm not that person anymore. I became something else, and that something else will quit. I will win, Jean. I swear to God and to Revachol, I will win. I cannot live without this job. Fuck you then, and fuck me, I'll go. Well, I don't like the idea of saying my life's forfeit. I need to be the greatest is saying I need to be a superstar, so I'll stop to be better. I'll do it for the commune. Nah, I'd rather do it just for me. I'm not that person anymore. I became something else, and that something else will quit. Not true, because I was doing it to get through, making things easy for me. I'll win. I'll swear to God and Revachol, I will win. I'm not a Revachol nationalist, and I don't believe in God. And this is giving up. So yeah, I need to be the greatest. Be better.
Listen to this shit, man!
He throws up his hand.
Detective, I just don't want this trial to go on any longer. It's cold outside and let's just go.
Fucking Harry, fuck you for bringing this kid with you. It's only because he's defending you. It's the only reason you're not staying here to die. You manipulative son of a bitch. It is cold, and we have vehicles in the square. The bird needs to be taken into custody. Let's get a move on.
Wait, I've got a few questions before I go about who I am. Task complete, the return.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I? Why am I like this? Okay, am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre? Precinct 41, what kind of station is it? The Phasmid, I need to tell Lena about this ASAP. Cuno, what will you do? I kind of like the idea of asking about Cuno first.
Fuck do you think? Gonna rock that law enforcement shit with you guys? Detective Cuno? Like you promised?
Yeah.
Like you promised?
I didn't promise anything. Guys, Cuno's enrolling in a junior office program. Yeah, no, you're staying here, Cuno. You're too young. Yeah, let's do a junior officer program. Why not?
No, he's not. What is he? 10? 11?
Cuno's fucking 19?
19? There's no way.
You have to be 15 for the junior officer program. You're not even that.
Hey, you don't get it? Cuno's got pig all over him. Cuno smells of bacon grease. Being seen with you, fucking informant shit. You think no one sees this?
He spreads his arms.
They're gonna hang me by the nuts if you leave me here. You want that on you? A dead kid? Or you want Cuno at your station solving shit? Like we just did?
His hands are shaking and his face is white.
John, he has nothing. John, I want Cuno at a station solving this shit. His dad's in a coma and his only friend is gone. He was good on the island. He can do this. I'm sorry we can't. It's not possible. I'm gonna say it. He was good on the island. He can do this.
I don't care. He can't be a cop. He's just a kid. A kid who says every 4 seconds.
I won't say it. I won't say it anymore.
His teeth are clenched and his throat moves in a gulping motion.
He's gonna be on his best behavior now.
Maybe you can take the kid with you. Enroll him a year earlier and say he's 14. If he...
I promise I won't say it. I won't say any of it anymore.
He shakes his head so hard his face turns red.
Oh, for God's sake. Yes, we'll do it.
Another sigh of surrender.
Recruit Detective Cuno. Ah, that's good. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
But before...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
That does explain a lot. No way I was a rock and roll singer. A guerrilla soldier slash gym teacher?
No, a regular one.
That does explain a lot.
No, pig. That explains everything. The running, the jumping, the guns on your arms, your whack mustache.
A collection of found sportswear, Everman.
Your lame-ass pants before. Like this fucking retro shit that's going on. Cuno's seen all this before. In gym class.
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too.
Yeah, the portraits that have arms.
God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Oh god, Contact Mike.
You've been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
Contact Mike is a reprise of the most inspiring basic sporting principle of open competition, a 5,000 to 1 rank outsider. When was this? When was I a gym teacher? You said in Curon, I was a gym teacher there. Why did I join the RCM? Contact Mike is the most inspiring sporting principle.
Oh, you don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
Shut up, Judith. When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
Did in Curon?
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards. Cuno is just east of Jamrod. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
Okay, I see now.
Cuno fucking knew there had to be something wrong if you can run like that.
Why am I like this?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
You really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Some chick who?
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
We have a name, Dora England, which also kind of explains Dolores Day.
Not Dora Dubois.
Oh, so she wasn't a wife. Dora England?
Something like that. Half Vazan.
Vasa is where beautifully and impossibly blonde people come from.
Weren't even married.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years? Oh, okay. 6 years, not that much. It could have been 6. 3. Let's go with 3. 6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora England really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Huh? Figures. No, I meant, what did she do? Huh?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
I think that's kind of weird that you're describing her like that.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
Shut up, Judith.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
I did try and talk to Gottlieb.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
Okay. Am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
No? A suspect seemed to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Alright. Precinct 41, what kind of station is it?
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
What? Bitches dream of the 41st? Why do you think Cuno's in this shit? Weird is, it's fucking violent. Your Captain Price dusted like 1,000 people.
Thank you, Cuno. You're being kind. It's an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
He tilts his head northward and clicks his tongue.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run the Sea Ring. It's not good.
Torsen and McLean, D-Wingers, Prices. Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance? I work in the bloody murder station. Torsen and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean. They're not fit to run a wing. Believe me. Things are shaky as it is.
They are damn iconic though, Torsen and McLean.
An iconic duo, I take it.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
D-Wingers.
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers. You and I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
You just called yourself a loser, Tramp.
He's anything but a loser, although he would like to be seen as one. It's cooler that way.
And Prices.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
Yeah, that shit is fucking famous on Channel 8. Cuno hears this shit.
Did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
What happened? Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
Yeah, enemies is extremely vague.
Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
I work in the bloody murder station.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Revachol. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
Cuno's liking this shit. Jamrock is the real shit. Mayonnaise is fucking white as balls. See shit? This ain't a real ghetto.
Thank you, Cuno. You bring light to my day.
Alright, last thing, the Phasmid. I need to tell Lena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
You were in the Whirlinging Rags. Did you never speak to anyone in there?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock, remember?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmid.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
He looks at Vikmar.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She's going to be over the moon. It will do you good to deliver some good news to someone for a change.
I'm ready.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41 atop the motorway, to Boogie Street forking into the dark horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Torsen? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vikmar? Yes. Dubois? Yes. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
So why did you say no to Heidelstein?
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Alright, here we go. Let's end. Cuno's hitching her right. I like that. There's the little sarcastic wave to Vikmar. Come on, it's time to go. Come on, in we go. Oh, okay. That's nice. That's good. Shoving him into the back. That's a nice touch from the big man. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to be the driver. I guess not. There we go. That is Disco Elysium. That is the end of the game. Okay, well, this is an incredible game. Like, one of the things that made Hades really good was the amount of voice dialogue. But that's different to this, which is, so in Hades it's like they've got several lines for all the different boons and, you know, the interactions between all the characters, you know, giving them ambrosia and so on. Here it's creating a world that it's got, you know, similarities to the one that we live in, obviously, but creating things like the 2mm hole in the world, the pale between the Asolas, you know, just the interlinear phasmid. It's almost like science fiction in a way, where you come up with these concepts and then you try and sort of integrate them in how would it work in the real world. But obviously, science fiction, you've got a lot more freedom, you can take liberties with things. Whereas here, you're putting things together because you've got amnesia, and it fits together seamlessly. I am a little disappointed that we got to the end of the game without having Kitsuragi there. But I really like the journey that Cuno has been on. And I like the idea of Cuno being here on the final bit. I don't know whether we can actually have Kitsuragi and Cuno on the final island together. I would imagine probably not. But it felt natural as a way for the story to end is, do you have Kitsuragi with you? Does he survive the shootout? Whereas having Cuno there is like you're building up the next generation. Like I really like that as a concept, because at the end of the day, this is basically, it's a detective. I don't know whether it's noir necessarily, but it's a detective story. So the whole driving point is solve the case, right? But that's kind of just an excuse for you to do everything. Oh, I like how it's got all the voice acting here. So yeah. Final Cut has been a great, you know, addition to this. I can't imagine playing this with without the voices. Also, who is Piss F? I don't think I ever saw that person. That's interesting. Actually, I should pay attention to this, because this is going to tell me all of the different people that I did or didn't meet. That's going to be a good point. I guess probably not. I did try and do as much as I could in this game, so... Oh, I guess Pete Curtis might have done some things. Yeah, I did try and do as much as I could. I know I missed out some things, like the very first quest, which is singing karaoke in a game that is all about disco, but I didn't know that at the time. And again, this was essentially a blind playthrough. I knew some things beforehand just because it's been a while since this game came out, so like knowing Harry's name before being actually told it or discovering it. But yeah, I'm glad I got around to playing this, you know? Yeah, it is totally the type of game that I really like to get into. We've gotten through it pretty slowly, and this is a dense game, I would say. Like, there is so much to this, and obviously you can play this with different builds. So you can be like, I'm going to be an intellectual detective, or I'm going to be a physical detective, or I'm going to be one that is empathetic and, you know, listens to people. So you can play this game multiple different ways and get, I assume, different endings. Like, I assume you have to solve the case no matter what, but how you get there and how you feel about getting there, very different. And yeah, again, there's a lot of freedom in this game. There's like having a nervous breakdown in the first, you know, half an hour. No, not half an hour. In the first 2.5 hours I played this, because I talked to Cuno and he caused morale damage. There's, you know, having an ending of sleeping in the trash container because you couldn't go into the hotel. And it's like, I think that shouldn't have been an ending, really, because the whole point of that is like you're becoming a hobo-cop, you know. That is what someone who has no other options would do. But yeah, you know, there's other things like shooting Cuno S, shooting yourself. So I think I did a pretty good job of seeing most, if not all, things. And I would also like to say that I did play through this mostly as a one-shot, so I didn't go back and, you know, redo dice rolls and save scumming and so on. I did it a couple of times for crashes, because obviously we're playing the PS4 version, so there were some instability. And I only did it without crashes to get the body down. But that was interesting because we actually found out the true cause of the murder. And that's a good point, because that was a red perception check, I'm pretty sure. So that could have been something that you don't actually ever find out, that the body was shot. Again, depends on the confession from Josef at the very end. So yeah, speaking of crashes, a couple of things that I would say are a few negatives. There was the possibility of getting soft locked because I didn't have money to spend on the whirling in rags. I don't think the game should ever let you get soft locked. Having to reload a previous save is never an alternative, I would say. The game, yeah, PlayStation 4 version, not very. It was a little bit unstable, so there were a few crashes. The controls on PS4 controller, not fantastic for navigation. Obviously, with it being a point-and-click game by design, it's a lot easier with a mouse and keyboard. But yeah, just trying to move around got a bit frustrating every now. But it was okay. It was serviceable. I did actually consider playing this on the Switch, and that would have been a lot worse. I can anticipate that would have been having a lot more loading times, a lot longer loading times, and possibly even more crashes, because I've seen some games that have not done very well with performance. Yeah, so as for playing this game, it's really good. It does take a lot of effort to immerse yourself into it. Like, you could play this game, just kind of skip all the dialogue and brute force it, like, you know, play as a physical detective and not pay attention to dialogue and stuff like that. But I think you'd be missing out. Like, they wrote all these different text descriptions, you got all the voice lines. I think that would be doing this game a disservice if you didn't try and do it. And yeah, I don't think I will play through this game from start to finish again. I do think I'll try the shootout again, just to see what happens if you do succeed that check on Raul Cortana. Because I'm kind of disappointed that I failed it. There were a couple of checks that I failed. I'm like, how did that fail? Like the high chance on Raul Cortana the first time, the Shivers check at 97. There was that perception check right at the end at 97 as well to hear the incident in Phasmid. I'm very surprised that I failed that one. But you know, like you say, there are different ways to play this game, and I imagine based on how you build your character, your detective, you will see different things. I think I've already seen some things where you can kind of make Gart very depressed because of the way you tell him about Sylvie. And that was different to how I did it. And I tried to throw him under the bus at the very end, saying that, you know, he betrayed me. But he didn't really, he just told me where he was. So yeah, having another playthrough, another perspective, you can totally get different reactions from people. Yeah, it's a long game, I'm not gonna lie. It takes a lot of getting through. Like I said, it's dense. They've crafted an interesting universe. I think that's the key. It's an interesting universe that led me to want to know more about it. It wasn't, you know, surface level saying, yeah, here's this, here's that. It was something that I wanted to know more about. So I would have gone through all the dialogue options anyway, just to see everything in one playthrough. But talking to Joyce and getting a reality lowdown was interesting. You know, all the different sort of metaphysical, intangible things to talk about, like the light-bending mega rich guy. You know, there's just fun concepts that people, you know, get to explore. Yeah, no, I if you are into detective or text-based adventure games, point-and-click games, I heavily recommend getting and playing Disco Elysium. Mankind, be vigilant, we love you. Okay. There we go. That is it. Ooh, a collage. So this is probably, yes, this is, yeah, the diorama mode that came out in 2023 actually. So this is not something that was in the game originally when it came out, the final cut on PlayStation 4. So I can, you know, put all the characters and create my own dioramas, my own situation. So. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to. That is it. So, thank you all for watching me play through this game. It has taken a long time, but we finally got there. So, as ever, this will go up onto YouTube. It will be the full playthrough. It just takes a while to go through because it'll be a video a day of about half an hour, and then obviously you build up a lot in advance and then they just let them run. So that's at youtube.com/RiggyRob. We've also got Discord, Twitter, TikTok, etc. We stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually around about 8 PM UK time. Usually a bit later now, just because of how things go, putting children to sleep. But yeah, that's if you want to check us out. Twitch.tv/RiggyRob on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday is when we usually be streaming at 8 PM. And as for the next game, I think the next game will be something that is a lot shorter. I don't know what exactly yet, but yes, I think a series of shorter games might be. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.